Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning into the journey of love and relationships. And the topic today is love versus lust. I'm your girl, author Erica, and I have my girls on here with me tonight. So I want each one of you ladies to introduce yourselves and let's get this party started. Go.
Okay, we have a guest. We're going to go ahead and let her go first.
All
Yes.
right, guess. You can go
Okay,
McCall.
okay. I am Mahogany Clark. I am a author, a soldier, and a student, and I'm 21 years old, and I'm from Miami, Florida.
All right, go ahead. Who's next?
Hi, I'm Kim, and I live in Dallas, Texas. And I am the owner, founder of Quality Day Foundation, a nonprofit for domestic violence.
And I am Janice Rose. I am the owner of Rosemary Secrets. I stay in Louisiana, from New Rose to New Orleans. I'm right up there with Miss Erica.
And I'm your girl, author Erica, and I'm from New Orleans, and I'm the author of The Journey. And my new book that'll be coming out soon, Sister, I Got Your Back. So today, ladies, we're gonna talk about something great. And we just want to talk about love versus lust. Because people get those things mixed up. You know, people fall in love on lust of the love because I think they work hand in hand in some way, but they're different. So what I learned about lust is something that's just immediately. That's just something that's gonna happen between two people, like right then and there. So what y'all take on this love and lust situation? What y'all think about love versus lust?
I kind of
Anybody?
think that um, sex is really better when you're in love. You know, I really do think that it's more intimate. I think you have more of an orgasm when you actually you're actually in love with that person. I don't know. And I think lust is just like it's like a quick thing. Like you just want it and because you're horny and you're ready to get over it. You're not trying to settle down with that person. You just like, let's get this over with.
Let's move
You go on
on.
your way, I go on my way. We both know what this is. And don't be attached. It's kind of like, Kay Michelle say, I love them all.
Yes. What you think, Mahogany?
um, okay. I
Lord. Okay.
uh, I definitely, I definitely agree. They do go hand in hand, and so at some point.
Right.
But yes, what you said, like right at the beginning, or what you said right at the beginning, of course, attraction is what we all look for in each other because we see with our eyes first, and
Right.
then we feel with your heart. So it only
Mm-hmm.
makes sense, of course, that you're just lusting after the person, and then eventually you get to know the person, and then that's when you can possibly fall in love with them. After you getting to know them, and then the lust plus the love combined makes it,
Oh,
makes it it makes it extraordinary. It gives you a different
Right.
feeling that you don't get from everybody. You don't get from every situation. So it's like something that's hard to find, but when once you find it, it's like amazing.
Kim,
Huh?
what you think?
Kim just shaking her head like, yeah.
What you,
Oh,
what you got on this situation?
Um, it's a lot of lust. It's a lot of it because that I don't understand. It's not when you in love with somebody that sex is better. It ain't. You love them,
Damn.
but you gonna stick with them regardless if the sex is great or not. Lust, that's where the sex be bombing because you just gonna do whatever, whenever, and however.
Bro.
And it might turn into something else. But
Maybe.
I don't
maybe.
know, Kim.
I
Maybe.
don't think it's gonna turn. If you just basing the relationship off of lust, that's not
Right.
gonna go nowhere.
Well, I lust
It's
the hell
already
out you,
rocky.
okay? I ain't gonna love you. I lust the hell out you.
I kind of think that, if I know I'm just trying to screw you for one night, you're not getting the full package. You're getting what I come there to get, and that's pretty much it. Like the full package goes to whoever I'm in a complete relationship with.
Right.
If I want to swing off the walls and stuff, I'm gonna swing off the walls with whoever I'm in a relationship with. Now
So
you
you,
don't get all of that. Now you
but
don't
if
get
y'all
the
just
full
on lust, you
package.
wouldn't swing off the wall if it's just about lust.
No, girl. It's only for one night. You don't need to do all that for one night. I
But
need
what
you
if
to
that
do
lust
exactly
turn
what I
into
need you to do, and then you go to your house and let me go to my house. I don't know. See, no, I don't comprehend all that. I don't want to do all of that. I don't even have to.
but maybe the lust thing might be this. I think lust can be a drop. You might have a man that just you drop, he come on and drop. That's lust. That you
Yeah.
just making a drop one night, and I see you tomorrow. Or I see you next week.
And I tell you,
I don't know because my whole thing of lust is different from everybody else's. My whole thing of lust is, you know, damn, I
Wham
saw you
bam.
at the
Thank you, ma'am.
corner and you look real good, and I'm like, I
Wait,
just want to
Mom, you
test
said
drive.
well down, thank you, ma'am. That's it.
Yes,
Pretty much. That's
you just want to test drive, baby. You're not trying to buy the car. You're not scared to
right.
buy the car.
Right.
You're trying to know because then when you do all that extra shit, I'm sorry. When you do all that
Are you
extra,
good?
when you do all that extra, then they get attached. Then they want to stay.
that's the
You
point.
don't want them to stay. You want them to leave, baby. You're here too long.
Well, you lose the number, sister. You lose the number.
You're too
How you figure
long. But that's me. I'm not telling nobody else to do that. I'm just saying, lust is. I seen you over there on the corner. You look like you kind of good, and I want to take you home. But let's get to understand it. It's only for one night.
So what about you, Mahogany? You think it's just a be one night if it was just lust?
No, I've seen situations where people lust for a long time. And like, yeah, they have a regular lust partner. So they have a partner they hit up just because they
That's your drop
ready right now.
partner. That's
Yeah.
your drop partner. Somebody you just have a drop with. You know,
I'm sorry,
Right,
y'all. Hold
right.
on for 1 second.
Because
okay?
people be like, oh, I want my body count to go high. So they'll mess with one person,
I mean, you
right,
tell
until
the
they
truth
ready
about
for a
they about your
relationship.
body count anyway.
exactly. Nobody tell the truth about how many partners they done had anyway, and
Yeah, I want to hear it too.
especially if it's on a drop. Like
I'm just that's why people do it though. Usually when they just choose one person that they just want to do it all the time, it's usually because they just don't want to have to deal with too many people. So they just want to deal with this person until they ready for something else. So that's what I see most of the time.
I agree with that.
but do you really think if it was a thing of a relationship, you think lust could last long for a relationship? You think a relationship will last long off of lust?
No, because as soon as you do something that person don't like, it won't hold it together because all that's there is the lust. Like you literally have men sit up here and tell you, well, you know, sleeping with you, that's how I show you how I feel about you. Like if we're not sleeping together, then how I'm gonna show you how I feel about you. Like trying to run
That shit
game
crazy. They
for
do. Cause you
for
meet people. I was so crazy. I met this guy. He said he was like, let me get to know you. And I was like, okay, then that's fine. Well, let me come sleep in your bed.
That ain't
How you gonna get to know me and sleeping in my
right.
bed? So that's a part of lust because he only see me for physical attraction.
see. We see you, and then the thing down there starts moving and stuff. Yeah, that's where. Yeah. be trying to get us some. Hmm.
For real, like.
It's
But I've
crazy.
also seen it like become like a soul tie or like a event. It like sometime it does turn into more like if you just end up if you spend that much time with a person,
Hmm.
then yeah. But barely, I mean, it has to like you gotta really get to know each other.
So do you really, in actuality, when we talk about this whole lust thing, do you really get to know a person as far this lust, or you just, or it's just that face to face thing? You
Oh. No, if it's just lust, no. But like if you like, let's say, okay, y'all get together right one night, and then now y'all cuddling, and then y'all talking to each other, and then she might stay the night, he might stay the night, and you cook breakfast for him, or she might stay the night, he cooks breakfast for her in the morning. See, now it's like more. Now it's like it's not just sleeping together. See what I'm saying? And then dudes will do that with you, and they'd be like, "What you mean you want a relationship?
Yeah, yeah,
What?"
right, because you know what? That's called pillow talking. You just laid down and pillow talk the whole
Right.
situation when in actuality you just
So that yeah, you want the wife benefits without actually having to wife her. Like that's the thing. You just
but
I
see,
was
the
like,
thing with that is people need to be upfront and they need to set boundaries. So I
right.
know what I'm coming into this. This is all I want. I don't want to fall in love. I just want you
Right.
to just blow my back out, please and thank you. Okay, go ahead.
you think, I mean, and that would be an honest thing to do. But
Yeah,
do you really think people will do that? They're not
I
doing
do.
it.
I
Very
do.
seldom.
So you saying you will, if it came down to that, Kim, you saying you would honestly be like, hey,
I
this
did.
I say
this
to your face.
I did. I do.
oh you
And
do.
Wham bam, thank you.
and I thank you. You have a great day.
She said I have a great day.
And my body count still at 2.
Oh Lord.
How that happen?
I don't know.
How that happen?
I ain't sleep with nobody.
Oh, okay. Well, I like that. You have to teach us about that.
Yeah. Oh, no, not on here. Mm-mm.
Keeping it low. So let's, as we, just discussed, lust is just what it is. So
Mm-hmm.
our attraction thing, we not going nowhere with that. What about
Mm-hmm.
love? How y'all feel about love? Because is love really? Can you really find love these days? Can you? You know?
I it's so different, especially with the internet and the easy access that we have now. It's like people don't have to go out and find it no more. It's literally at the tip of your fingers. Like so it makes it harder for people to focus on their relationships, and then they drag their relationships into social media and into
Yes.
other people's lives, and then they take other people's opinions, and now it's not just about them two. Now it's about them two and Jody down the street and Jody on Instagram and Lakeisha on Facebook. So not everybody know what's going
How
on.
old
So
people?
like it's harder to fall in love.
What?
Huh?
How old is she? How old is
She's
you, Holly?
21.
Oh, she done been here before.
Well,
Huh?
we were talking about love. We
Mm.
we discussed that love. We discovered that lust is just a fatal attraction thing. Love, and my question was, can we really find, is love really out there? And Mahogany was saying that love
It's out there.
is,
It's
it's just
hard.
hard to find.
But they say you gotta let it find you, but
She holler, I don't know about all that. So do you really think love is out there? Can you really find true love? Like true love, genuine love, someone that's gonna really love you for who you are, all your little ugly flaws and everything.
I think that um, people really don't understand the meaning of love
Hmm.
anymore. It's really now kind of what's what's your status, or what is your bank account,
Mm.
you know, hell. And I don't even know why what your bank account is. I think now it's like, what is your credit score?
Yep.
You know, but
I
Yes.
mean, for me,
anyway,
you do hear
but
people say about your bank account. I mean, you can't sleep with a bank account.
right,
So
but
I don't need to know what's in my bank.
my whole thing
But
is,
do
first of all, he can have like $1 billion, and if he ain't splitting that billion with me, why do I care what you got?
Right? What's this
You know,
even talking about it?
right? But um, I don't think people are in love anymore. I think um, love is a lost word.
Yeah.
I
yes, like
think
it's saying
that it's who the person you can tolerate. Can you
yes.
can you
All your
tolerate
hands
the
went
fact that I
good.
might snore at night? I don't really know. It's like, can I tolerate the fact that you aggravate me all day? I mean, I I think love is lost. It's like what's that show? The family that prays together.
Stays
If you've
together.
seen it, the white guy said what his wife said, do you love her? And he said, I love you. You know,
Hmm.
and it's kind of like he's telling her, she looked like you didn't really answer my question, and
Right.
he's really like, well, I love you because I'm here with you. And
Because
to
I'm tolerating
people
you.
that's love. It's like the girl that he was sleeping with was just fun.
That's all
But
it is.
because you are here with me
I'm going to
and we
tolerate
have
you.
kids together and you buy me stuff, that means that you
That's
love
what it
me.
is. Yes.
So am I supposed to tolerate that you have another chick on the far west side of the hood, and I'm supposed to be okay because you have me on the upper side of the hood? I don't really know how that works, but that's kind of what it
Yeah.
seems like. Um, I had a instance to where, somebody posts stuff on their Instagram, and because other girls didn't have a problem with it, I shouldn't have a problem with it. But if you invite people to you, you are asking people
Yep.
to come out and see you.
Right.
Like it's like somebody gotta see me, you know.
Hmm.
But that's not. How can you love me if you craving attention
From other people.
from everybody else?
Right.
Whether you know them, don't know them, you were best friend. It doesn't really matter. It's how you approach yourself.
Right.
You know.
Hmm. What you were
Um,
saying, Mahogany?
Oh, yeah,
she just
she's
like,
right. She hit it on the head. Like nowadays, most dudes, it's about what, like sometimes it's about what the female really brings to the table, or it's because he ended up having kids with her, so now he feels like he's binded to her, and it's never really because he actually fell in love with her. And like just like today, I was listening to a guy that's married that works in the same vicinity that I do, and I thought he was faithful to his wife. Like, but listen to the conversation. He was like, his wife found out about him cheating or, stepping out, doing other things that he wasn't supposed to be doing. And then he was actually saying on the phone how he was like, sometimes I just don't care. And he was like, and then there's
What?
times it's like, I might, right. So why did you marry her? And it's like,
Right.
well, just because she had a kid with you or what? I'm thinking maybe it's just a kid. Cause it's like, how can you sit here and act like you didn't say I do, you didn't like,
Right.
you didn't
Hmm.
have a whole wife, like, and he talking like he was. It sounded like he was mad that she was upset about it. He was
Uh-huh.
like,
Probably
we
so.
argued about it. Like what? What, you cheated? What is she supposed to act like? Peaches and cream? Like I don't,
Right.
I don't
Right.
know, man.
Right. And that just and
Yeah,
that,
that was
that
really
goes back
funny
to
to
the
me.
question of Why get married if you gonna cheat? You might as well not even
Right.
get married. Why get married and you got a side chick?
Hmm.
That
I
shit don't
think
make
a lot
sense.
of I think a lot
Real
of
talk.
people think that I don't think they think this wedding thing all the way through. I don't know if they just want a wedding dress or they just want a party. Hell, you can just throw a party and wear a white dress if you want to.
Exactly.
Sometimes extra
Hmm.
money because military, you know.
Well, yeah, in nowadays, yeah. I mean, but but I mean, I don't know. Oh, how about this? So on a radio show, this might be perfect for us. On a radio show, they were talking about this woman, and she she was married to an NBA player, but when he died, she got like money from him from his death. But it came with a clause like if she got remarried, then the money will stop.
Wow.
You know, and she's like she thinks the new guy that she's with is gonna like propose to her. She's like, should she marry him or should she keep the money?
Right.
You know what I mean?
So it's
And
like he put
yeah,
her in a
Kim,
bind
that
even
part.
if he put her in a bind even if he's not here. You
Pretty
get
much.
married and you lose.
Pretty much. I kind of feel like um with the way that love and relationship works right now, it's kind of like, how about you just be a life partner?
Right.
Because you know we don't know what the other guy holds. You don't know if you got to sign a prenup for this guy. You don't really know what your financial situation is going to be. I don't really know if she work, or she do anything else on her own. But you know, that's money that if she was smart, she can pass down to her children. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Hmm.
So it's kind of like it's a catch 22. You get married to this guy, y'all are happy in love for about 24 months, and then you divorce
She said
and
24.
still have your child. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not knocking it. I don't really know. You know what I mean? But I guess I'm just looking at it like I still have a kid. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And if this money is benefiting me and my children, and you're coming in, and nobody can predict Mad Day, and no money
No.
should be the
Mm-mm.
root of all evil, but I still have a child.
Right.
You know what I mean? I still, if I'm unable to work and my husband left this for me and my children, and I marry you, and you just say
Screw me.
bye,
Yep.
then, you know, where do I go from here?
Right. You have no money at the end of the day. So you
Right,
back in a situation of working. So what
right,
did the love go, again?
Why that song, What's Love Got to Do with It?
right. You know,
It's
because I did not care.
I wouldn't marry him. Personally, we couldn't get married. Cause at the end of the day, I still, like you say, you still have to think about your kid. And who
Yeah,
to know it's gonna be true love.
right.
Because he may know you have that money and say, well, I'ma marry her because she have that money, but not knowing the clause to the money.
Right.
Hmm.
Because he looking at her status.
Right. And I just kind of feel like, I mean, it's not like she was getting like 5 million. She's only getting 5,000 a month, but still, in all,
Right.
I mean, it's still something for you to take care of your child. That this guy left, something. You know, you don't know what you're getting into.
With
You
this
know,
other one. So I mean I like this topic because it's just a lot because we see this every day because people not going with you because they love you. They take the word love and just oh Lord, they play with it like a basketball.
Hmm.
And they use it. You really don't know if a person really in love with you because they play with that word and take it so lightly. They'll
Hmm.
tell you they love you because they want to get some draws. When just be honest,
right?
let me get some ass. Like
Right.
So this,
Thank you.
But I feel like you can love people, but I think it's harder to fall in love. Yeah.
hmm
I think it's easier to love people though, yes, because we naturally carry that emotion and we naturally, end up caring. It's like love is just it's basically a strong care for someone. That's really what it is. So like we all have that ability, but like being in love is like totally different. So
And that's true. You
it
know, and
is.
that's true. You know, like when you say you love me, yes, I can love you, but I'm
right,
not in love with
Love
you.
with
And
you.
I think in love, like she said,
hmm
that's died. I
That
think
would be.
that is
That should be like
what Mahogany said, that's dead.
right in the
You know,
beginning. It should. The thing is like Morgan said, we all have that natural talent to love, but can we fall in love with somebody? And that's the thing too, because you have love, but you have in love. So what are you? Are you in love with me, or you just love me?
I just love
right.
me.
you in love with somebody, it doesn't matter what the situation is. You're gonna always stick by them, even after, even from their grave. Like if they end up passing, you're gonna always respect them as if they were still here. Like that's how you know the love really ran deep for real.
Well, what do y'all definition of love? I mean, what is your definition of love? What is your definition of that one person being in love with you?
Loving me for all my flaws, no matter if I have a big bank account or not.
Right.
I mean, but
I was.
Go
what
ahead.
else is there? You
Huh?
know, I mean, I guess, you know, I think for someone to be in love with you, it's, you know, you being broke together.
Yeah, coming
You
from the gutter to
being
the bottle.
right, you know, you building each other up. It's not a competition. I
Right.
think if I'm sick, you are there for me.
Right,
You know,
Right.
um, you are there for me when because it's in your heart to be there.
right,
It's
because of who you are.
it's natural.
You
Like
know,
you just
Natural.
want to do it. Right?
yeah.
Mhm.
You know, um, you when something hurts me, it hurts you. You understand? Like
That's that old
if
time love, girl.
and
Right.
it is
That's that
Real love.
grandma and grandpa love, though.
right, but you know, I mean, but that shouldn't be dead. You know
I
what
hmm
I
think
mean?
we all like love like that when we first start trying to figure out what love is, but then we get jaded by folks that don't appreciate
Yep.
it. And when that
Right.
happens, that's when people kind of give up on it. So it's like it becomes a lot harder to let your guard down, and it becomes a lot harder to love purely because loving purely is free. It's like you don't worry, there's no stress. You feel like everything is okay. But when you love jaded, it's like
Mm.
it's so much like going on up there, from before, from the past.
I kind of think that
Yeah.
everything can be great in your amount of time,
hmm
but you really won't know until you actually get into it.
Right.
You know, everybody say, you know, you see these red flags when you first start. Not always, you
hmm
know, because I mean, if somebody leave the toilet seat up, you can't break up with them for the first time. You know what I mean? It's like,
You going out the door, you
you
leave
know,
that toilet
I'm
seat
just
up.
saying, you know, that's you can't, you know, you just like, yo, you know, like, hey, don't do that no more. You know,
You
I,
know you
you
wasn't
know,
supposed to leave that toilet seat up, so you should have put that
right, you
toilet
know,
seat.
I
So now
walk with
your
your
ass
hand in
gotta
the
go.
dark and stuff. You know, I'm not trying to look. I'm trying to turn around and sit. Okay, don't be doing that.
You gotta go now.
But right. But when you first get together, you have to learn, each other, and
Right.
you have to learn like what each other days
Mm,
are like. You know, um, when you're dating, like I'm in New Orleans and you're in New Orleans or whatever,
mhm.
our time apart is different from if we stay together. Do y'all know that?
Right,
You
it is.
understand?
Yeah.
Like,
Because you get to miss me more if we not together. You get to want to know me.
yeah, it's that too, but it's kind of like, um, let's say I move in with my boyfriend. Our schedules are, different. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, you may not realize all of what I really do in the day. I mean, you may hear me talk about it and everything
Right.
else, but can you deal with the fact that I'm gone half the day and when I come home, I still have work to do?
Right.
Do you understand?
Hmm.
Can you live with the fact that I really may have to schedule a day for me and you to have time together?
Right,
You
and
know,
that's where I feel like the communication come in as far this.
Hmm.
I think what it all comes down to this. I think if we take sex out the situation, because people don't talk no more. People don't sit down and talk no more. Like if you honestly, like me and Kim, we in two different places, and we not that we in a relationship, but I'm just saying if we in a relationship, we sit down and we have conversation and ask you, oh, what you like, or what's your favorite color. Some people go to bed with people and don't know their favorite color.
That's love.
that's what, yeah.
But then they
Love
say, "Oh, I'm in
everybody's
love with
favorite
that
color.
person. I'm in love with that person." You really don't know that person. So, in order for you to fall, I guess to be in love, it takes time. You have to communicate. You have to
Yeah.
talk to get to know a person. And I
Yeah.
think that's where the
Lifelong.
love and the lust thing come in at because we throw sex in the middle of it, and then we want to talk. It's too late. It's too late for all that talking.
Yeah.
Now you want to figure out what my favorite color is. Now you want to figure out what I like to do
Yeah. Right.
because
But
we
like
done
once
moved on
again,
a situation because we thought it was love because it was good and bad. So we fell in love. We thought we fell in love or we thought we loved each other, but it really wasn't
mhm,
that because we still don't know each other. Like Jennifer say,
That's
do
true.
you know my schedule gonna be busy? Do you know I'm gonna have to mark on the calendar to have a date with you?
Right.
Do you know I got to mark on the calendar when we gonna have sex? Like it's just
Well,
people
no,
get it.
technically, no. Wait. We still in the same house together. I'm not saying that. All I said was
but but
date
yeah,
night. Date
but
night
flaw.
might
I
have
feel
to
like
be penciled in. I'm hoping that the sex thing be every day. I mean, I do stay with you. They should be every day. Let me tell you something. Say something. Here's a quote for everybody. Okay. Even when you mad at them, I still think that y'all should have sex. I don't have to talk to you, but I still want me, and I can roll over and go to sleep, and I don't have to talk to you because I'm still mad. But if we don't have sex, that's punishing me, and I'm not trying to punish me. So I think that should be a lesson to everybody.
What
Yeah.
what you was saying, Margaret?
I think
Don't do that.
once you
I
once
just
you
want to do me,
just
and we don't have to go 3, 4 rounds. I can go two, and I want to go pee, and I want to go back
you
in my
really breaking
bed,
this
and I
down.
want to sleep.
What you said, Mahogany?
I think once you decide that you will like you love everything about this person, like they flaws, everything that's wrong, everything that you might dislike, everything that you do like, and you feel like all of it does not bother you, like you literally start to love even what you didn't like about them. That's when I think you've fallen in love with them. with the person.
I I think that I think that's true. You know, um, I think that everybody needs to understand that we're not perfect.
No.
Right.
You know, we're not perfect, and we are gonna mess up.
Yes.
I'm not picture perfect.
I'm not perfect, Patty, either.
Um,
I try.
you know, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I know I done hit 40. I'm coming close to menopause. One day I might be an angel. One day I might hate you. One day I might be like,
So do we
hey,
want to
I
love
kind of
you?
like you.
Do we
And
want to
one
fall in
day,
love with you?
yeah,
She sounds
one day you
crazy.
might tell me hello. I mean, it happens. You might say good morning. I'll be like, boring. And where do you see a good morning at?
Oh,
Okay,
Oh,
Oh,
you know,
but y'all just went 2 rounds last night.
right.
yeah, but it was good for me. It was good last night. That had nothing to do with this morning. Okay,
You should have woke up and
I,
asked more after 2 rounds. Hell.
yeah, but I mean that was last night. We don't
So
know
that
about what's
wasn't this
going on
morning.
this morning. No,
Oh,
you
hell.
never. I'm just saying.
You just gonna be
I'm just.
on my drop. That's it. Cause that's just too much going on with you.
Let me tell you something.
Kim, look, Kim, what you thinking? Kim just make these faces, y'all. And it's just, you just
Yeah,
make it like, what's on your mind? What
she just looks left like. Wait, what?
I ain't doing none of that.
so Kim,
I'm just saying.
you just not into love.
What is it?
Right.
I don't know what that is. I mean, I might have um, really loved somebody, but they didn't love you the same that you love them. So, in all actuality, it makes you start thinking about, do you really know what love is and what you want out of it?
Mm-hmm.
right.
I can say that somebody loved me. Huh? What you do that for? Don't do that.
Wow, she's like, no, don't do that.
Would you don't do that? Because I'm not gonna get it. And that's the thing is if I'm not gonna give it back to you, don't do that. That's where the lust came in. Stick with the lust and call it a day. And if we, want to hook up every now and then, you get a little rocks off, then let's do that. But ain't no
See,
falling
that's what
into.
happens when you swing from wall to wall. See what she just
Well, that's
said?
the whole point because I need to get that out. Thank you.
Well, ma'am, thank you.
So that's the point right now. Well, bam, thank you, man. Let's get.
I kind of think that um I was so mean when I was young. I was I was mean.
Me now, you know.
I can say
I
you mean.
mean that, but look, I've contoured some of my meanness.
That's the 40-year-old meanness, okay?
Yeah, it's a total different me from when you're younger. Okay, I was girl, but um my kid's father, I met him at a car wash, and
That was lust. That was a
um
car wash.
yeah, I
Yeah,
met him at a car wash. And he asked me, it was me and my god sister, and he asked me to wash my car. And I looked at him, I was like, boy, you ain't trying to wash my car. It's like, I know what you're trying to wash, but it's not my car.
And he washed it very well, didn't he?
Yes, I mean, yeah, he did. But, you know, it everything that we went through, together, I've come to realize that that was my one true love. You know, was the
Oh,
father of my children. Like that was like my Bonnie and my Clyde, and I can't find Clyde no more. That was, we did some things, but
Bonnie and Clyde.
yeah.
So
Right.
I'm saying,
Okay.
I mean,
I'm gonna
so
tell you,
you
you
think
gotta
you
turn the
really,
camera off, okay? But I'm just saying, y'all. I mean,
so you think
like
you, do you think what today's time you think you will find a Clyde?
I don't think I'm gonna ever find anybody like my husband.
What
I
about like your
realize
husband,
that,
but just have those characters that you're looking for?
when he died, I feel like all that died with him. It's like
So did you give up
some
on
people.
love?
I I think I've loved people,
Hmm.
but my husband I was in love with.
Mhm.
That was
That's the person
that's
that
again. You could be in. You could love
that's the
people, but you.
person.
Some people never fall in love.
Let me tell you, my husband did time in jail, and I didn't want to divorce him. He divorced me, and he told me to go
Hmm.
and live my life, and that really broke me. When he did that, cause I would have waited for him for life.
Wow, he really loves her.
Like he took care of my kids. He took care of me like I didn't want for nothing.
Right.
I didn't have to ask him for nothing. Not just money. I mean, the time out he took with our son and our daughter.
Hmm.
Um, he loved our kids. When I miscarried twice, and when we got our last child together, the happiness that he had, he was so happy, you know, and it's just like that's that's that was love.
Hmm.
That was when I that's when I knew like what love actually was. You know, I mean, he did his thing and he had things that he did wrong.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But um he always stood up for me. You know
Right.
what I mean? And even when he did wrong, he took his lick for it. You understand?
Right.
Um, and even though he did what he did, he never put me into the middle of it.
Right. He kept y'all separate
You
from
know?
him.
Yeah, you know what
That's
I
what
mean?
that's what men supposed to do if they out here. You supposed to keep your
Yeah,
family from out of harm's way.
right. But they, you don't find that.
No, because
Like,
some of these guys, they sacrifice their family.
right. You
So
know what I
it's
mean?
like, okay, I'm gonna sacrifice my family, or they gonna have come and kill their family. So they don't care.
Right,
They'll sacrifice their family for little or nothing.
right.
Right. And
And
that was
I
very
kind of,
heartbreaking for him.
I kind of listened to, you know, they were like between Monica and the whole C murder thing, and I really think people like really just don't know.
Yeah.
Like they feel like, wow, you just gonna wait for somebody, that's in jail. But I've been with this man my whole young adult life,
Right.
you know, my teenage life, you know. Um, we were together for a while. And
Wow.
even when he was in jail, like that was my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Um, we would have conversations and things that happened and inspired in my life. He would just tell me, you would never take that shit from me. Why would you do that? Like I can't. I just don't think that that kind of love exists. You know,
It may not.
like
Who we never know. So Margaret, what you think? Would you do you think you will ever find love? Have you ever been in love? Because I know you're only 21. So have you ever been in love, or do you really think you will find love these days?
Well, I just want to say one thing first.
Go ahead.
What her husband did was very selfless because a lot of men want you to wait on them. They always think about yourself first, and it's never like, oh, you should be happy. So that's how you know he did truly love her.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Two, no, I never been in love. You always think you were, and then you look back, and then you be like, what
That
was I
was
thinking?
enough.
Like,
Yeah. And
but
trust me, you ain't gotta
as
be
in,
young. I'm 40 and I still look back and do that.
Lord,
Uh-huh.
like, do I think I'll ever find it? I don't know. I hope it finds me. That's what I hope. 'Cause it's like people are just, and yeah, I don't want to become like one of those bitter, jaded women that when it does find her,
Accepting.
she can't, right? She
Recognize
don't know
it.
how to, or she just really can't because now it's like you don't got to a I don't care stage, and it's like you
Hmm.
far gone into it now. So try to take my time with people because I just have a giving heart naturally. So like
And
Mm.
that's hmm
it's like eventually you start getting older, you be like, man, forget these people, man. Like,
yeah. I mean, I feel like that. Like I have been in love, but I don't think I'll find it because everything just so tied up into attraction. Like first
yeah,
thing, love, lust. I don't think love out here. That's personal. I haven't found it. I don't think it really exists. Kim,
Mm-hmm. I,
what about you?
I, what?
Love, you think you'll find love ever nowadays?
I don't want it.
yeah, she don't want it.
I don't want it.
So you just detached from love just like that?
I'm a rare breed.
Okay.
Yes, she is a rare
I'm a
breed.
rare breed. You know, I. How can I explain it? Because it's gonna sound fucked up, but it's the real.
Right, and that's what we gonna do here. Keep it real.
So if you've been with somebody for a long time and you know that you've given them every fucking thing that you had, inside and out, as in what everything that everybody says a wife is or
Right.
a girlfriend is, and I've given you everything. You couldn't say that I lacked anything, and then for you to turn around and to cheat, have a relationship with anybody else because you felt something was wrong with yourself. I don't have time. I'm older than all y'all. I ain't got time.
I
So
think.
it's just gonna be lust for me. Whatever
Mhm.
happens, happens, and that's it. I've been there. I've experienced it. I might got love for you, but me being in love, because I'm only gonna tolerate a certain amount, and if it's more than
Right.
I ain't
I
fucking
feel
with
you. I mean, I
that.
think me for myself, it's just like now it's just like I don't want love because you don't know if it's true.
Facts.
Like I don't know if it's true. I don't know if you just want it because I have something or
Mm-hmm.
and then when you think you found love is this whole you beat me up on some insecure shit. I'm not gonna let you knock my insecure
Mm-hmm.
down or dim
Mm-hmm.
my light for your bullshit. So
Right.
let's just have a drop every now and then and let's keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
I think that I think at a certain stage of your life you want peace.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I
And
want it
not
now.
even,
I ain't
I mean,
Mohammed said she wanted now,
I've been waiting.
yes.
and she
That's why
21.
look, And that's what I just want to say. You don't have to be 30, 40, to want peace in your life.
Mhm.
You
Right.
know, but if you have peace in your life right now, and anything that's going to come in and be destructive of your peace, then
Hmm.
you don't need it.
No,
What?
Um,
no,
a
thank you.
lot of people,
Mm.
a lot of people, instead of being upfront and honest, like Kim said, if you just want to screw, say that, and it's just to be honest, like, look, I'm not looking for you like that. I'm just
Hmm.
looking for you for one night only, and
Maybe
it's
a
a
couple.
wrap.
Maybe a
And
couple.
oh yeah, to see with that, and oh, you can't come to my house. Mm,
Mm.
You can't come to
Okay.
my house. I'm not trying to come to yours. I don't want to leave no toothbrushes. I don't even want to leave my hair and my fake hair. I don't even want to leave that. I want to take all of mine. If that, oh, if that's my, yeah, I'm gonna take that hair too, cause that's mine. So I'm gonna take my fake hair too. I'm not trying to leave nothing. That's the lust part, you
Yeah.
know. But to have somebody for you to build with, I do think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's a great thing when you
Mhm.
both realize that y'all too old for all of this back and forth. And I'm not
Right.
trying to remember what the last person you slept with. I came
Don't
with
care.
skeletons all in my closet. I understand you came with some in yours too. Um,
Right.
I can't help what I did in my past because whatever happened in my past was for you. And right now, I'm closer to 50 than I'm going to ever be to this beautiful young lady's age of 20. So just know that when I say I want peace, that's exactly what I want.
That's what
And
my sign said. Peace.
if you coming in like you said, Erica, wanting to hit on somebody, just realize that I'm almost 50, and me doing jail time is gonna be real short because I'm getting old.
Yeah. See,
What you say,
So
Mahogany?
she is crazy. This.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to do all that. I'm
Okay.
Think
happy.
about when you get 40. That's what it's gonna be like. I ain't got
This is
time.
what it's like. I mean, my kids are grown. My puppy is almost grown.
Oh my
I'm
god.
I'm
Oh my
good.
God. Did she
You
say the
know,
She
puppies
gave
are
the
almost
puppy a
grown?
title.
yes, the puppy's almost grown. So, but seriously, like, um, for Mahogany, you're 21. You know, um, I kind of feel like you should experience love and what being in love is. I do believe that your generation. No, don't listen to them. Listen, listen. No,
You
no, no,
better,
no, no. Don't
you
listen
better
to them.
take a drop
Okay,
and keep moving.
listen, listen. No, don't listen to them. Listen to me. Listen. Your generation. Listen. Not me. Not. Don't listen to them. Listen. Your generation seems like they are more on their shit than Erica's and Kim's and mine's. It must have skipped generations because we got the we
Fucked up.
got the
We got them more water down ass niggas than ours. Them
let me
water
tell you
down
something.
dudes.
Let me tell you what we got.
What we got?
Lil Boosie got a song called out come out and he said your mama got more heart than your daddy bitch ass.
So Mahogany generation to have the good
Your generation, Mahogany, I think that you have a better chance at finding love. And
Mahogany looking like
just listen, listen.
What?
I think because I think majority of your generation has it's shift. You understand? It's serious shit. It seems like some of the guys in your area seem like they have their life together. You understand? It seems like some of them know what they want out of life. You know what I mean?
Do you
They
agree with that,
seem.
Mahogany? Have you dated guys in your generation?
I think I don't. I now listen. I don't know what it's like in Florida, but
You're not in Florida,
oh wait, where you at, girl?
North
She said
Carolina.
she's in North Carolina,
Oh,
but
Lord have
But
mercy.
you're
yeah,
saying her generation could be anywhere. But
right, anywhere.
again, do you
Yes,
agree
but
with that what she said that they got good guys in your generation?
What? Listen,
Well, what?
all my generation thinks about, like, we might be good at entrepreneurship because there's ways for us to create multiple streams of income, but other than that, that's what I think the problem comes in because we're so focused on chasing the bag. And I know you've seen that a lot. That when it comes down to loving somebody or
The
hurting
bag.
people or doing people wrong, all they got to say out their mouth is, "I don't care. I'm getting money." Like, but they know money don't fill the void that they need. Money don't change nothing. Money don't make them happy. People that's rich as ever. There's a
It's still
22-year
unhappy.
old millionaire, 22-year-old millionaire. Even he wants real love. Even he needs family. Even he needs all the regular things that average people need. And then that's why I feel like my generation, but like you said, love is just not the same no more. It's about your status, how you look, who you around, how
Yep.
much money in your bank account both ways. I don't care what men say, because men nowadays swear up and down that women are such gold diggers, but I feel like men are too. Because I actually ran into somebody that was like that. They didn't want to talk to me before I joined the military, and then all of a sudden, as soon
They
as I
in
got
your
out of
face.
training, they would hit me up. Yeah, like
Hmm. Get out my DM, boy. Don't worry about it.
they everywhere. That's why I'm like, it's vice versa. And
and it
I don't know
is.
what we gonna do. But and then men are actually not even looking to get married no more,
Nope.
especially
Oh
my
no.
generation, because the man in your generation, in your generation, is telling them you don't need a woman.
You can
You
have
just
all
need to
of the
get your
women's, you know.
right. Right. They already think like that. Like you helping
Jennifer.
them.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, let me
You
see something.
can
And then
let
and
me say
then
this first.
also,
I've had a conversation with a group of girls where this girl said that her husband was not allowed to go out past midnight. I didn't know if he was gonna turn into a gremlin or something, but he wasn't allowed to go out past midnight because she said he would cheat.
why she with him?
Come on, young. Come
It's
on.
that part right there. But here was my thing, my thoughts. Just me.
Just
I didn't know that
Why he
it
going
had
out too
certain
much?
times to come out. I didn't know it only came out after midnight. I was a little confused
Right.
by all,
He
but I
was
was like,
trying
oh,
to
okay. I was like, I didn't even know it had peak hours, boo. But okay. So,
yeah, see, and you also gotta think too. Nowadays, most of our men, the percentage that we're left with, right, after you take out men that's going to jail, men that's gay, not nothing against them, but they like the
we're
other
not.
sex, men that and men that are dying. Like, after you take out those three, the percentage of men
we
we
left
left
with
with is
nothing.
like non-existent.
We left
It's
with
coming
nothing.
real low.
Yes, very
I
low.
know. But I think that, you know, like Cardi and Megan, they did this the whip
Wow.
whatever. Yeah, that too. And she said she don't cook and clean, and she still got a ring. Well, guess what, sweetheart? You don't have to cook, clean.
Right.
You can climb the household. You can be a sister wife. You can screw day. and they still gonna cheat if they want to. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It
It
doesn't.
don't matter if you
Huh?
as it don't matter what chick you are.
They're gonna cheat.
They still gonna cheat.
Yep,
You
they
know what I
still gonna
mean?
cheat. I
If
mean,
they're
either
not in
way it
love, they're
go,
not
you
gonna do
could
it.
you could not do it or you could do it. I mean, at the end of the
Right.
day, it's
It has
why
nothing to
fall
do with
in
them
love?
loving you.
Right.
Yeah.
But all they may still love him. You know what I mean?
You
I
said
mean,
mate. You heard the word mate.
yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
Well,
but
yeah.
being in love with you
Right.
has all that extra stuff has nothing to do with it. Like,
Right.
and that it's like he cheated before he even. I think before he proposed to her, and like I don't
Yeah.
understand where the marriage even came in at because he was like, it was obvious. Like he was the one that was. It was all over social media. He got caught with sexting. He got caught hiding his phone. He got caught doing a whole bunch of stuff, and it's like, well, why? Everybody was thinking
Money.
like, dang, if Cardi B could or if Beyonce could, then I ain't left with nothing. That's what it started making you think. Like she make all
Money.
this money, she a boss, she this and that. Every man wants her, and she still got cheated on. You be like,
Still,
what's the point of trying? Like what?
we gonna sip tea on that one.
Dang, how much money does she gotta make? How much like how talented does she have to be? That's why I said it has nothing to do with that. It's either he love you or he don't, and that's that.
Come on, so say it.
I mean, it is the truth. Like and this is a good topic. Like I love it because people fall in love for. It could have been lust. It was just a sex, and people get married off of it. Like it's just.
I think because they had a child together, that's probably what it
Well, the
was.
child came after.
Yeah.
The
Right.
child
Yeah.
came after the marriage.
I think that's what made her stay. As far as like after the situation that occurred and that got all over the internet the first time. I think that's what led her to try. But
I
after
think
that,
that
she was
she
like,
lo- she I think that she loved him.
yeah, that
I
too.
think that she had a real love for him.
Yeah.
And I love Cardi because I think that she is just funny and she's beautiful.
She's
You know.
herself.
And when I first seen her on Love and Hip Hop, I felt like Love and Hip Hop just wasn't for her because she was
Right.
too real. And she
Mhm.
may have she may have talked funny and she may have mispronounced words, but
Hmm.
in whatever she said, it always was something positive. And she was
Mhm.
misunderstood in a lot of ways. And hip
Mhm.
hop just wasn't a platform for her.
Right.
I
I
think it was
think
good that she did branch off of love and hip hop.
I think so.
I think it
I
was a,
don't
I
think
think it
that
was the best
she
move for her.
I do. I don't think that she deserved, you know, nobody deserves um the public humiliation, you know,
Mm-mm.
that she got. But I mean, if they were just a regular couple out here on the street, nobody would care,
Nope.
Right.
if he cheated on the girl next with the girl next door. But I think that um she loved him, and he loved her, but he loved everybody else too.
Right.
And I kind of think that you know you really shouldn't be married. I really do think that marriage is a sacred thing. I think that you're not it's not just a piece of paper, because for me, I think that you're telling God that, hey, look, this the idiot that I'm gonna be with forever. We're gonna rock.
Did she
We're
say
gonna be
idiot?
till death do us part.
I don't want to marry the idiot.
And girl, let me tell y'all something. I don't think that nobody's perfect. Like
Nobody's
I
not
said,
perfect, but
Yeah.
I mean, I
but
don't
I
want to marry the idiot.
No, but yeah, but girl, please. They
Eh,
are. But
I don't even much want to
but
see what the it is. So
listen,
I might do that. I might do that. I might need to do
no,
something.
not the idiot.
What just
you,
happened? It just kind of happened. Thank you.
you know what she said. Thank you. But I mean, I'm just saying, like if you're gonna do that, you are asking God, you are telling God, this is the person that
I'm
I'm
with.
willing to be with,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna go down. We gonna ride or die together. If you make our whole thing in our marriage was, if you wronged or you did something wrong, I'd rather for you to come tell me than for someone else to come pop off and tell me. You know
I
what
mean,
I mean?
that should be in every marriage. Like,
That should be in every relationship. If
yeah, keep it
if
real.
you slept with whomever, I'd rather for you to come and tell me that you slept with whomever, um, versus them come tell me. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and yeah, it's gonna be hurt, but I mean, you take the responsibility of what you did.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? I mean, why try to hide it? Because nowadays these girls wants to come to you, like they say, come to you as a woman, I guess.
yeah,
But
but
like I said,
Come to you with BS. That's what it is for me.
I
for
am
real.
too old for that. You know what I
And you know
mean?
what? What's so funny is I laugh at my mama all the time about it because my mama always say, he not just your man. He her man. He our man. And that's
Well, there
crazy.
you go. Well,
Yeah, I literally, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning one night. And I get a phone call and I'm wondering, I'm like, who
That's
is
a
this?
booty
So
call.
like it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I clicked, did I answer? I said, hello? And I'm like half asleep. And she's like, yes, who is this? And I said, Mahogany. And she's like, you been talking to my husband? And I went like this, like, husband?
Yo,
What? Mind you, I didn't know, I didn't pay attention to the number. I didn't have it saved. When I looked at the number, I'm like, oh, girl, I curved him. What you mean? Did you check the text messages? Like, you literally on the phone calling me about somebody I curved. Number one. Number two, that's who you claim as your husband? And then number three, like, what? You deserve like way, so much
what,
money. Like, you don't need to do all that. And then
it's
come to
not
find
that
out,
serious.
dude, he talked to me, he gonna talk about, oh man, we divorced. I really don't know why. He keeps saying we together. So apparently she crazy. But I'm like, nah, bro, you over there doing something to it that's making her
You
think.
pillow talking.
Yo,
That's all that
like,
is.
nah, ain't nobody
You doing a
stupid.
lot of pillow talking.
you
Right.
don't never know what it
Man.
is that they're telling.
Yeah.
And I
They're
was like, thank
telling
God I curved him
you.
because
Mm,
dodged a
Hmm.
big bullet. What?
I
she
mean,
was gonna
I feel like if
TPS
I gotta go
that
through,
shit.
yeah, I feel like if I gotta go through all that, we don't need to be together. If I gotta check your
Right.
phone, and if I gotta put a track on your phone, if I gotta check your
Yeah.
messages when you come home, and you gotta leave your phone in the car, we don't need to be
Ooh,
together.
that's real extra.
That's very extra. So,
That's
I
real
mean, at the
extra.
end of the day, is love out there, or is it just lust?
Just list me, please. Thank
It's
you.
a lot of love.
It's a lot.
Look at
So,
Kimberly. She's too
so
happy about that.
I want to say thank you,
But
ladies,
dudes
for.
probably love Kim
Look,
because
my
she gonna be
grandmother
on that.
always used. My grandmother said, you look. That's my little friend. She never said. She
My
never said
boyfriend.
boyfriend. She never owned him. She just
Hmm.
like, well, grandma, who's that? That's my friend.
Facts.
That's his name. You don't need to know all
That's
that.
it. That's
That's just my
that.
friend.
Right. So,
So
So
I
we
guess
talk about
when you
people.
get to a certain age,
that's what it is.
that's what I'm
So,
hitting on.
so I want to say thanks to you ladies from being on the journey of love and relationship, talking about love and lust. And before we get out of here, one last word. Tell me one last word of what you guys think on this love and lust. Do you lust or do you love? Go ahead, Kim, start that off. Do you lust or you love?
Just lush yourself, please, and have a great day.
Mahogany, lust or love?
Either. Like, that doesn't
Okay,
sound good to me, man.
keep it real. I mean, we open. This is just what it is. Jen, lust or love? Lust or love?
I'm going whichever way the wind blows.
Call a headache either way. Like, I'm like,
I mean, for me, it's whatever the wind blows me too.
Let me tell you something. At 40, 41, damn near 50, whichever way the wind blows.
So I want to thank you, ladies, from joining the journey of love and relationship on the topic of love versus lust. And ladies, if you're out there listening, men too, don't get the love and lust twisted because you will get hurt at the end because people fall in love over lust and lust is just a fatal attraction. It's not gonna last forever. Love is what we target because love is long term and that's what we look for, something long term. But just be
Right.
open and open your eyes and be mindful of what you're getting into. If it's just about sex, that's just lust. If he want to get to know you, that's love. So don't get him twisted and don't get yourself hurt because lust is all it is out here sometimes. So I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. I'm your girl, author Erica, and y'all have a good day. And ladies, thanks for joining.
No problem.